Go ahead, Ken.
All right, ready? Okay. I'm calling the St. John Board of Waterworks meeting to order for December 15th, 2020. Please take roll call.
Dr. Chavez?
Can you hear me?
He's very faint.
Can you hear him?
I can barely hear him. You have to be a little closer.
He said he's present.
Okay.
He's going to change his microphone. Ken Gambala?
Present.
Bill Manasopoulos?
Here.
Craig Phillips, Town Manager, is president. Wayne Pondinas?
Present.
Okay, so you have 3 members present for a quorum for the meeting.
Okay. Are you ready for approval of the minutes?
We're going to request a deferral of the minutes.
Okay. I take a motion to request deferral of the minutes for October 20th and November 17th.
Second.
All in favor signify by the aye or by name. I'm going to call a roll,
Aye.
please.
Oh, wait.
Sorry, God.
Dr. Chavez? He says aye. Ken Gambala?
Aye.
Bill Manasopoulos?
Aye.
All right.
Okay. Moving on to new business. We have this new SCADA system proposals. Craig, do you want to give us a report?
I'll kick things off, and then I'll ask others to add to the conversation. As you're aware, at the last Waterworks Board meeting, we opened 4 proposals. Since that, and we read those amounts and who the proposals were from into the record. Since that time, town staff and officials have met and reviewed the proposals and compared the information that was submitted to the request for proposals language that was sent out. And we feel that we have arrived at a recommendation for who we would suggest that the town go with for the new SCADA system. At this time, based on that review, the review involved Public Works employees, myself, town manager, the IT director, Jason Dravitt, and Wayne Pondinas. And Ken, I believe you also participated in that process on behalf of the Water Board, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I was there.
And Bob Valois, sorry, yes. Bob Valois also, I mentioned Public Works, but I didn't mention specifically Bob Davis and Bob Valois. Yeah. And so we have come to a conclusion and would like to make a recommendation that the town consider Austrian Electric for the new SCADA system proposal for the town. And I don't know if Jason, if you, or if Wayne, or if Bob, you would like to add anything to this conversation at this point, but unless board members have any questions, we're here to answer questions as well. If you have any questions about that recommendation.
I got an email that the other 2 board members received a report from that meeting and also the proposals. That's correct, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Does anyone before the people you just named, do they have anything to add before we decide what we're doing?
Jason, nothing to add?
Just for the record, right. I understand the town attorney reviewed the method and the proposals for a action to be taken.
Correct. I reviewed that with Attorney Westland this week, and he confirmed that we're handling the process of considering the proposals appropriately. And we're, just so we're clear, we're free to make the recommendation, and the board is free to make, to take action on the proposal that they feel is the best fit. There's no requirement for any sort of lowest price or any other factor like that. In this case, we get the opportunity to review the proposals and select the company that we feel is the best fit for this project based on the proposals submitted.
But my understanding from the meeting and comments from the people involved and who will be involved, Bob Velius and Bob Davis and Jason with the communications part of it, and that one of the ones being considered has a good track record with the town as far as in the past, and also in the town of Sherwood has confidence apparently according to their recommendations with this type of systems with this one contractor. So I, with not being technical into this issue, my only comment is that I have to go with the recommendations of all the people, that the town staff and the elected officials.
I'm gonna jump in there, Ken. With all respect to everyone who got a chance to look over everything and review it and ask questions. I received all the proposals today. I did not have time to go over them. So I'm going to make a motion to table this till our next meeting.
Yeah, I understand that. Is there a second on that motion?
Before I second, I just want to make sure I understand. So, did I hear correctly that whether we make a motion to approve the recommendation of the council or not, they could still move forward and decide?
I can't answer
Is that correct?
No. You as the water board are the ones that are the lead agency on this, and so the requirement as far as who we would be able to move forward with would come from the Waterworks board.
Yeah.
Okay, that was my initial understanding, and then I thought I heard something else. So, I appreciate the information and the thoughts of these elected officials, and most of the time I would agree to move forward with their recommendation. I just, I got the email from Jason, and I thank you for that executive summary, kind of breaking it down. It just seems like there's a lot of questions regarding some of these other companies that I would like to have answers to. It mentions are there assumptions being made? Can other vendors be integrated? Things of that notion. I just feel like I don't have all the data in front of me to make a well-informed decision. I will agree with you based on, Jason, your comments about one of those companies. I would certainly throw out their proposal based on the past experience with them. So in my mind, it really comes down to 3 different companies, and we're talking about a difference of $900,000 or so. I don't know. I feel like if I had a good cost-benefit analysis of these 3, and if you could just kind of break it down into numbers, black and white for us, I feel like I can make a better informed decision. And I imagine with a good analysis like that, most likely I and possibly Bill as well would agree. But I'm kind of in agreement with Bill that I just feel like I don't have enough information to make a data-driven decision here. So I guess with that said, I feel for the benefit of the taxpayers and the future of the town, I think I'll have to second the motion to table.
Okay, is there a motion, there's a motion to table? Is that what, I didn't quite get it. We have a motion on the floor to table, and you're seconding it, correct?
Yes, sir. I
Yeah, okay,
second it.
okay. I just want to make sure I understand. No, I understand. I know this is an urgency for the town, and, and we're trying to move forward with it, but at the same time, I don't believe any board member should feel uncomfortable about approving something without feeling that they have all the ideas and all their thoughts to that end. So with that, I guess I will call for a vote. Is it motion and a second to table? Can
Okay,
you have a roll call vote, please?
Dr. Chavez,
Yes.
Ken Gambala,
Yes.
Bill Manasopoulos,
Yes.
Okay, with that, the motion is approved to table. Hopefully, we can make sure that the information gets disseminated to the full board before our next meeting or a special meeting, whatever seems to work. I just want to make sure there's enough time that every member feels comfortable with our vote, because it is an expensive item and it's an important one for the town. That's my comment. So with that,
Thank you.
Well, if I can just jump in real quick, if that information and us being able to review all these proposals is made available to us a little bit quicker, I can make myself available whenever everyone else is available.
okay, how do the other
I'll second that
members
as well.
feel? Do they want to wait till the next meeting, or with a certain period of time, if the information's getting to you right away and the questions answered?
If the questions are answered, right away, I have no problem, obviously, advertising that we're having a special meeting and then just call one.
can I
Okay.
ask you for some
All right,
specific, could I ask you to be specific about what your
holiday,
questions are, or how you'd like to move forward with this, because it's a little bit unclear as to
So,
exactly what you're looking for?
I haven't had the exact questions I'll have after I review the proposals, and then maybe we can set something else up. But until I review them, I'd be asking just blind questions, just general questions, and those answers aren't going to satisfy me.
Okay. Well, when the full board isn't comfortable with it and agrees, then I will request to call for a special meeting, or we will wait till on the next board meeting. So whatever works, that this be done with everyone agreeing.
Okay.
That works. Thank you.
All right. So I guess with that, is there any other new business? If not, any reports, correspondence? Wayne, you have anything?
Yeah, I'd like to say something. When we had that meeting, I know you guys that are listening and the people that are present in the room for the next meeting, we talked over the good points and the bad points, and we didn't want a proprietary system, and two of those companies seem to be proprietary. I know there's a big expense in one company, but we've been with that company for a while. We've got a good relationship with them, and that company is going to totally take everything out of the lift station, the boxes, the stuff that we don't need, and that's why some of that expense is there. One company is an hour and a half away, where the other company is right here in our backyard. We can get quick response from them. We've had quick response with them, and that means a lot. And I know you guys weren't part of that meeting, but any questions you have, these gentlemen are here now in the audience, Matt, and I think it's his dad. So I know you don't have a lot of information in front of you for the other proposals, and it sounded like Jason sent you a review of what happened.
They actually have the proposals in front
Oh,
of them.
okay. And
and they- Yeah.
we do have an offer for myself and Bob to take you to the treatment plant. I know with COVID, I don't like using that for an excuse, but you guys are more than welcome. I talked to Billy, he's on board with it. Dr. Chavez, you want to go in the Christmas break, and you'll get that tour. You can see what we're talking about, but it's hard to compare these companies. One company is really good, and that's why the expense is there. Some of them, I think, we're going to run just an antenna wire and call that, and then you don't know what's going to come in after that. One company was $15,000 a year. We're the company that came in the highest. That $15,000 is tied up into that 10-year period, so that's $150,000. You really have to know the system. And that's why we relied on Bob Valois, our water operator, and Jason for the technical side. And I know you're apprehensive, so and we welcome your questions and your concerns. But other than that, we went through it. But I know you have to look at that stuff, and you have to feel comfortable too. So, and this same speech that I'm giving can go for the people that are coming up on the next meeting. So I don't have to repeat it. But
how can we get this squared away between Craig and Wayne and Bob Vilius and Jason to the other two board members to get their questions answered completely and as soon as it can be done.
That's what I was
we need a
asking
method
earlier.
to,
That's why I was asking that question earlier about how you want to move forward.
well, if we can have a meeting and you have to advertise it, it takes, what, 2 days?
2 days, yeah.
So if the board can get together and the utility board, the wastewater sanitary can get involved with that too. We can have everybody in one meeting, I think, and we
have
can
a joint-
discuss
you
that.
can
And
have
if they got questions, Matt and his dad can come and we can get this hammered out.
I suppose another thing would be we could have a workshop on it as well, a study session or a workshop.
Study session, workshop, yeah.
but we can't have majority. Can't
Wait.
have all the board members, and that's one of the problems.
Right, but you're going to have to
Is that,
advertise
if
no matter
someone's
what.
not there and doesn't have a
Well, if it's a
specific
study
question.
session, I will believe that you could have everybody here, and if it was a study session, the public can come in.
They just can't take action.
Right.
Right. They still have to be advertised, but we can then all be there as a study session. I'm not an attorney, but that's in the past we've done that. I think I would recommend right now that Craig and Wayne and all of you, Bob, work this out. How we could get together and do this as soon as we can with the holidays. But I'll be available whenever that's necessary. So we can move it forward, and yet at the same time, again, I emphasize that everyone on the board feels comfortable with whatever method we go with.
So I know there have been some email issues. We've been working to try to handle those as best we can. We were made aware of, one board member's alternate email to get information out, and I'm working with Jason to get our group email fixed, so we address that. So I guess, I'd just be curious to know, am I hearing that, you'd like some time to review? Do you all have the information? I did send it all to you. So you should have,
Yeah,
you should have all the proposals and the RFP document at your disposal. And can you verify that you received all that from me?
Yeah,
Yes,
got
I
that
can.
this afternoon when you sent it.
Yeah, this is Ken. I have.
Okay, so
I
are
have
you looking
received
to
it.
just have a little bit more time to review the documents and then get back with us? Or what are you looking for us to schedule something and then you'll review the documents and that between now and that time?
So my plan is to review the documents. If it's just some questions I have, I can address them to either you or Matt or his father or Jason. If it seems like it's going to be something a little bit more than that, then I will, suggest that we have a group meeting, study session, whatever you guys call it, and go from there.
Yeah, I would love, at the basic level, if someone can answer some of these questions that Jason brings up in his email to us, I think that would be a good start for me. Just having unanswered questions that are thrown out there, it just doesn't sit well for me. And then, yeah, obviously a little bit more time to go through the proposals as well. So yeah, I'm definitely open to a special session. I'm wide open the next 2 weeks, so if we could do it before the first of the year, great. If not, I understand.
Can I interject? Is it possible, would you, both of you feel comfortable with a week to review, and then after that week, put your thoughts together and questions, and then have a meeting, special meeting in 2 weeks?
So just so we're clear,
A
we're
week or
talking,
2 weeks, sure.
so you're,
Yeah,
just-
that's fine with me.
so just so we're clear, we're talking
You got,
the week between Christmas and New Year's?
Yeah, I know that's hard on everybody.
At the
with
earliest?
holidays, but again, I know there's urgency with, we gotta move forward in this because of the equipment we have and so forth. But I want to be sure that we all do this properly and with everybody on board.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely open to a meeting on the 22nd, the 29th, if we want to get it done that quickly. Yeah, just whatever the group can handle, I can be available.
Sounds okay with me. I would about.
So
can we
I would,
all
here's
three
what I
of
would
us make it?
suggest.
Are we gonna
I
have
would suggest,
sanitary?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there, Ken, sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to walk over you.
I was going to suggest that perhaps you guys, as a board, take several days to review the documents you've been sent, and I guess let Ken know how you'd like to proceed, if you would like to schedule a workshop to get more information, or if you'd like to if you're ready to move forward, with an action. And that will let us know whether or not we need to schedule either a study session or a special meeting. But I would take direction from you, Ken, as the president, as to how you'd like to proceed, and I would suggest that Dr. Chavez and Bill, that you communicate with Ken, what your wishes are, so that we don't have too many cooks in the kitchen on this.
No,
Sure thing.
I understand. Whatever works for the board and for all the members, I'm open to either way. We can again, if a week or so is enough time to review the documents and put your thoughts together on questions, and then have a special meeting, that's fine. If all three of us can make it, I can, and just have a meeting with all of you and go over it, because
Yeah.
one question may lead to another question, I guess is what I'm getting at. If you write them down, my experience has been that you get an answer, but then you're not clear on the answer, and then another question. I almost think that we need to really get together into a meeting on this with the questions ready, and that way we can get them answered clearly and don't have any doubts in our minds to move forward. So I would suggest, and again, if it's all right with the other two members, to give them the time to review the documents. Again, if a week is enough, if not, how much do you want? And then call a special meeting, and discuss it and go over it, and then go from there. And then if we feel okay with the way we want to go, then we'll have to have a regular meeting to approve it, disapprove it, or choose a vendor.
Okay, so I will
Does that
await.
make sense?
So I will await direction from you as the president of the board, Ken, as to how you'd like to move forward with this.
Okay.
And just
If
keep
you
in
two-
mind,
The two guys want to.
Sorry, and just keep in mind the
If the other two
48-hour
members wanna
advance
let me
notice.
know.
Sorry?
Okay. Make sure that the whole board has my email, and have them email me when they think they're ready to have a special meeting, or they have
Sure
the
thing.
questions together. I'm assuming that you're both in agreement that we talked about this together as a meeting, special meeting, rather than just sending questions. Am I correct on that?
Yes, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so what we'll do, you let me know when you're comfortable and ready to discuss it. Then I will talk to Craig and see what we could do to set up a meeting that's in agreement with everyone. And then
Sounds great.
It's okay, as long as that sounds good to you, then Craig, that's probably sounds like the way the board wants to go.
Okay.
All right?
All right, shall we
So
move
I'll
on?
be waiting to hear from the other two members. Just let me know when you're ready.
Okay,
sir.
Okay, good. All right, should we move on for that, or are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. All
Yes,
right,
sir.
so the other thing I have is the payment of the bills if there's no other projects to discuss. Okay?
Sure thing.
All right, okay, all right, we have, the docket water utility APVs, December 15th, for a total of $241,350.19. Are there any questions on any of those, items on that docket?
No questions for me.
Me neither.
All right, I'll entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to pay the water docket as presented.
I'll second that.
Second. Okay, all in favor, roll call vote, please.
Dr. Chavez,
Aye.
Ken Gambala,
Aye.
Bill Manisopoulos,
Aye.
All right, now we also have docket for water district KPVs for December. It's the end of the year for $13,640.34. Is there any discussion, questions on that?
No, sir.
No.
Okay, now entertain a motion on that.
I'd like to make a motion to pay the docket as presented.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor, roll call vote, please.
Dr. Chavez,
Aye.
Ken Gambala,
Aye.
Bill Manisopoulos,
Aye.
Okay, motion approved. I just have a question. Is the minutes then we'll be approving next year, that's okay, into January
yes.
for this year? Okay. All right. Public comment. Craig, you'll have to tell me if there's any public comment.
I don't know if is there anybody present for public comment on anything regarding the Waterworks agenda tonight? I don't see anybody, Ken.
Okay. With no public comment, then I'll close the floor. It looks like for a motion of adjournment.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Dr. Chavez,
Aye.
Ken Gambala,
Aye.
Bill Manisopoulos.
Aye.
All right, thank you very much. And I was going to say that we had a good year together, but it looks like we might be having another meeting before the end of that. But have a good holiday, all of you. Merry Christmas and a good New Year's. And stay safe.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Merry Christmas to everyone out there.
Okay. All
Merry
right,
Christmas.
meeting's
God
adjourned.
bless.
Okay. Meeting's adjourned, Craig.